Don't worry, we won't let our guard down.
What?
Your stench must have warned
You're out
them all.
there, aren't you?
How do you do, fellow assassins? So I'm a little over 3 hours into Assassin's Creed Mirage, and I just wanted to share some of my first impressions. I grew up playing a lot of Assassin's Creed games, so this has been bringing back a lot of good memories. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Assassin's Creed game is. Mine is still 2, but to be fair, I haven't played the last 4 or 5 entries in the series. So it's been a while since I jumped into a hay bale from a rooftop. But anyways, this one is set in Baghdad during the 9th century. And so far it seems to be a good fit for the franchise. One of my favorite things about Assassin's Creed is the historical settings the games take place in. I'm not too familiar with this part of history, but this game has already gotten me really interested in this time period. You also get to ride camels in this one, which maybe I got a little too excited about that. I thought that was pretty cool. The protagonist that you'll be playing as is named Basim. When the game starts off, he's a poor street thief, you know, stealing bread from merchants and stuff like that. But pretty quickly, he joins up with the assassins and starts training with them. And that's basically the prologue and the tutorial for the game. It doesn't drag on too long. There are a lot of cutscenes. Some of them are a little long, but nothing unforgivable or something that ruins the experience. So far, I'm pretty indifferent about Basim. There hasn't been anything that makes me really like him or dislike him yet, but I'm not writing him off or anything. There's still plenty of time to win me over, so I guess I'll just have to see what happens. The parkour and free running is always a blast, so I've been enjoying climbing around and whatnot. I will say the direction you're pointing can be very touchy, and oftentimes I'm trying to go straight ahead, but I end up drifting to the right or left and climbing in a direction I didn't mean to. I remember having a similar issue in Assassin's Creed Unity, even though I never finished that game, but it's still pretty fun. Hopefully I just need to get a little more used to it. Another thing Assassin's Creed has always been known for is obviously stealth. Now, here's how I feel about stealth missions. When they're done well, it can be really fun to sneak around and strategize how to take out enemies without being detected. But most of the time, stealth missions are pure torture and make me want to pull my hair out. It can be an excruciating, painful experience, and luckily so far I've enjoyed all the stealth sections. There was this mission I really liked where you have to break someone out of a prison, and he's all the way in the basement and you have to start off on top. And I thought it was designed really well. So if the rest of the game's stealth sections are similar to that one, I'll be pretty happy. Now the combat is a little different than the older Assassin's Creed games like the Ezio trilogy. Maybe this is what the combat is like in Valhalla and Origins, but again, I haven't played those yet. So this is new to me. Instead of just holding block and then waiting for them to attack and then parrying, you actually have to time out your parry. And depending on what type of attack they do, you have to either dodge or parry. I'm not surprised they updated the combat formula a little bit. I think most people would consider the old style of combat a little outdated nowadays. I still really like those old games, but that's what I grew up on, so I'm definitely biased in that regard. I will say the default controls for combat are terrible. I'm playing on the Series X, so to parry on Xbox, you have to press the left bumper, or L1 on PlayStation. And to attack is right bumper, or R1. And that just feels really off to me. Luckily, you can customize your controls any way you want. So I just switched the bumpers and the triggers around, so now I'm using the right trigger to attack and the left trigger to parry. But I'm definitely still getting used to the changes in combat, and I might change around the controls a little bit to see if I can find something I like better. Let me know in the comments if you have a good controller layout for this game. But yeah, overall, I've been enjoying it a lot so far, even though I'm only a few hours in. As long as it doesn't lose its momentum or get too repetitive, I think I'll end up really enjoying this game. As soon as I finish it, I'll put out a full review video. So if you're interested in that, subscribe so you don't miss it when it comes out. It shouldn't take too long. I think I'm already almost a quarter of the way through the game, so keep an eye out for that review. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.